Hey everybody, we are live with
Hey.
Play to Find Out, The Circle, Episode 2. Thank you for showing up. Yeah, we had our first episode last week and it went really well, and we're all super excited to play for this one. So, sorry for starting a little late. We had some stuff going on, but totally good. We're here now. We're ready to go.
Team. My bad.
Totally
I
fine.
apologize.
Yep, we are good to go. So, let's talk to our people. As you know, we have some awesome friends joining us for the show. Let's start with right underneath me, Pian. How have you been?
Hi. I've been a mess. But it's okay. I'm getting through it. I'm living my little life.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's about it. Tomorrow's Dating Sim Saturday, twitch.tv/PN, where I shamelessly steal Tux's mad skills at streaming and everything and just put it on my channel because he's a nice dude and I feel awful about it, but you know what?
No, it's fun.
Other than that, yeah. That's it.
Cool. Awesome. Super. How have you been tonight? This week?
I've been a fantastic lazy butt.
That's
but
not true.
I said fantastic, and I have been lazy. And I do know this thing. Mantis shrimp, little true fact. Their little mandibles or whatever in front of them can actually crack exoskeletons of the things that they're going to eat, and they also move faster and with more force than a speeding bullet.
What?
They are also known to crack the glass of containers they're contained in, and also when they punch, it's fast enough sometimes to boil the water that they punch through,
which is super cool.
I love mantis shrimp.
Cool. All right, that's me.
Are they superheroes?
Yes.
They are super colorful. Can see extra colors than humans can even comprehend exist.
Yeah.
And,
Same with butterflies.
Well, yeah.
So what we need to do, take a bunch of them, dip them in radioactive goo, and then have them bite us.
They're evil enough. Let's not give them.
No.
They're more super villains.
No. We're gonna dip them in radioactive goo, and then have them bite us, so we get the powers.
This is an ill-conceived plan, and I don't advise
That's
it.
how Spider-Man got his powers.
Spider-Man got his powers from an arachnid, not a crustacean.
It's the same thing. It's nuclear goo. That's how nuclear goo works.
I feel like there's not do that.
There's a slight flaw in your plan, and that slight flaw is that it's a terrible plan.
Look, I've read comic books. I've watched cartoons. Nuclear goo does whatever you want it to do.
Especially
that's true in the world of fiction, but in reality, nuclear goo usually just either does nothing, sterilizes you, or gives you cancer, or all three.
Also, there's no second U, please. It's nuclear.
Or
I was gonna say that
it's nuclear.
No, it works in.
Have you found your character sheet yet, Super?
No, it's not there. It is not. Character,
no.
It's
Corona.
All right.
You're in the wrong game. You're in the old playtest.
Dang it.
All right. I'll work on that plan and get back to you guys.
Okay.
Off the topic of awesome
Did you
shrimp.
just figure out your new Fulcrum character, Tux? I think you just figured out your new Fulcrum character.
Oh man, I keep
The mantis shrimp.
Just be like, all right, Wreckage, this is what I'm playing. And he'll be
So,
like, no,
here's
you gotta
the
roll
thing.
for it. And then you'll cry.
It's based on a mantis shrimp, which means I have every power conceivable.
Basically. Basically.
Awesome. So we're gonna move up above Super to Alice. How are you doing?
Okay, I had a really good burp that I was gonna open with, and it's just not coming.
Okay.
So anyway. God fucking damn it. Okay, anyway. that about sums it. No,
Welcome to Play to Find Out. We are the most professional streamers you can find.
Hey.
okay, but no, yeah. So basically, like,
More professional than Ezekiel.
what have I been up to? This week
Been playing a lot of dating sims.
Actually, I haven't been playing nearly enough dating sims this week. I've kind of been off like beat with streaming a lot because like I've just kind of not been super great and everything. But then also it's probably going to happen again because tomorrow, right in the morning, I'm having my wisdom teeth taken out. But
Which is fun. Also,
I did
am
get
feeling
a real sick haircut, and like, look at this. It's so
There's
cute.
that. There is that.
You're also kind of channeling if Cassandra Pendergast was a witch. Which if you haven't been playing Dragon Age nearly as much as I have in the past
I have
4
played
days,
the Dragon Age game.
you need to fix. You would actually love these games.
Yeah, you would.
But
There's a dating sim portion. There's tactics.
I'm not a huge fan of BioWare's writing from what I've seen of it, so maybe. We'll have to see. But on an unrelated note, basically what I've gotten done this week was mostly I kind of quit Twitter. That's been kind of nice, actually. Basically, I just kind of like melded more into the social community of Mastodon.social and was like, oh, people are really nice here, and I have 500 characters to work with, and people aren't assholes. So,
That is nice.
yeah.
It is nice. Unfortunately, I'm finally getting linked into the Twitter community, and so I don't want to like bail on that.
I didn't intentionally bail. I just stayed on both, and then I like started liking Twitter less, and I was like, okay. But yeah.
All right. Awesome. And then finally to our game master, Michael. What say
We
you?
talked to Super. Yes, we talked to Super. Okay.
Yes.
I
know what I'm doing.
I'm just checking, Adam. Okay.
After the whole mantis shrimp thing, I don't know.
Yeah. I'm good. As I said, I've been my job here doesn't start up for a couple days, so I've been like working from home. I've been doing some like freelance graphic design stuff. I've been working on the Circle actually a lot, which is nice. I've also been playing Dragon Age, and so I have, and even okay. I know that Alice says she doesn't like BioWare's writing, but I think my favorite thing about any BioWare game is not actually the story writing. It's the little quippy dialogue that happens when your characters are just walking around.
They have interactions down really well.
They have, and they're like very human, but also like very characterized and very appropriate to what that thing is supposed to be.
Totally.
And also, an unpopular opinion, Dragon Age 2 is vastly superior to Dragon Age 1.
All right, everybody, that's it for the Circle tonight.
I was gonna say, I know people who would disagree with you.
I only say that.
You played it out of order.
Because Hawk is my girl.
They did like they made Origin and then like Mass Effect, and so they're like, oh, we need to make Hawk like Shepard, and they just basically styled Hawk after Shepard. So like, yeah, Hawk's pretty cool.
But Hawk is like also like, I think both versions of Hawk are better than Bro Shep. I don't know if both versions of Hawk are better than Lady Shepard.
So real talk, the poop I left a couple hours ago in my toilet is better than Dude Shep.
Oh, ow. But it sucks because he's the only one that can romance Tally, and she's the best.
Right? That's the worst thing in the world.
She needed to be bi. No.
I have been told.
That is another thing I like about Dragon Age 2 is everybody that's worth romancing is open to you regardless of your race, your gender.
Mm-hmm.
And so I didn't have to, because I wanted to romance Morrigan in the first one, I had to play a man, which I didn't want to do.
Race, class, gender. What's one social construct from another?
Well, at least in RPGs, races actually matter. Which
Yeah.
is
They've
kind of dumb and implies some weird things about racial hierarchies. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, BioWare's been putting out some more stuff about Andromeda, and I'm super excited for that.
I'm looking forward to Andromeda.
Wait, what? Wait, hold on, what?
Oh, sorry.
Mass
Mass Effect, the new Mass Effect game is also called Andromeda.
Wait, are you kidding me?
I am going to be giving you. And I also want to point out I made fronts, and one of them is just called Andromeda. That's your name.
Oh boy.
So that'll be fun.
For
Awesome.
1 second, can we talk about the fact that this is what I'm eating? Tux will know exactly.
Which ones? Which ones are they?
What is it? Oh.
Oreos! It's the candy.
It's the candy corn ones? What are you
She
doing?
didn't want them, so she.
Wait.
What are you
wait,
doing?
Candy corn Oreos exist?
Yeah.
That sounds
So
pretty
backstory.
dope.
PN's girlfriend visited for a little while, and we took her to stores to find weird American things.
Uh-huh.
And we basically like just dove into the snack aisles, and she found all these weird Oreos.
I mean, you could have taken like. I don't know. On the list of weird American things that I can think of, like a lot of weird things are things like Americans like do.
Oh no,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, having her be here was like such a weird thing because we were just like, oh yeah, so here's Walmart, and she was like, what the fuck is this place?
To be fair, I kind of react the same way just going in there.
It is an experience.
It's,
Well,
I don't like Walmarts.
y'all are nerds anyway.
That's
But
pretty
I've been-
good. All right,
I'm
awesome.
having a good week, so
Yeah. Good.
I'm also thinking about playing a new Magic format, which I don't want to do, but I really want to do, because I don't have money. But I
I was
really,
gonna say, think of your wallet.
my wallet is hurting.
Right, yeah. That's the thing about trading card games is they were like a lot of money.
That's why I'm sticking to Commander from now on, because Commander is nice. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, so awesome. We have talked to our people. We have learned how they've been doing, which is pretty good. And that's good. And we are ready to play the circle. Aha.
Aha.
So, Michael, how would you take us in?
So
Oh man, every once in a while I remember that I'm playing Andromeda, and I'm like, oh.
Oh, yeah, I have to be weird.
I'm going to. I think we're gonna enter on a actually fairly unique sort of. You're not in the same place. We're not picking up right from where we left off. I think we're sitting in.
Oh, would you like to give us a little recap of what happened last time?
Yeah,
Oh,
please.
absolutely. That's easy. So last time.
I looked it up.
Last time, a lot of things happened. So last time you were preparing for the ritual that was never fully explained to you exactly what it was for, because apparently there's some weird law magic at play that prevents them from telling you that. But it's to prevent the war, and you guys didn't find that out until the ritual was moments from failing because of Alice.
Hey!
It wasn't because of Alice. I left her alone in the woods. And I didn't mean to.
You.
And I mean, it's whoever cast the magical effect that like sent us away into the middle of the woods.
Right, we can play the blame game forever.
I mean, in the end, I'm responsible for that.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
literally
Oh,
the rest
everyone
of the
should
universe.
That's what
I decided what the consequences would be if the ritual didn't go off without a hitch. So everything is my fault.
That's the
But in
GM.
the end, Melissa blames herself.
But in the end, Melissa blames herself.
Yeah.
Melissa also totally did not cause Hurricane Katrina.
Oh yeah.
Why would you even think that?
So our circle of shamans are now dealing with the loss of their elders. The various allied shamans that made up the old circle. The only one that is still around's name is Luna. and she is a Serenity Shaman that is a little bit worse for wear, and currently soulbound with Melissa.
Oh, that's still going on? Okay, cool.
That's
That's
still
a
going
thing.
on, and I'm interested to see how you get rid of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an advancement, right? You can't undo advancements. That's
It's
what we
not an
established
advancement.
last-
It's not an advancement. It's a condition.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, it is a condition. It's just taking the form of something really similar to an existing magical effect in the game.
I am going to warn you, though, and this is something that you could maybe explore if you were to take that advance.
Oh.
it becomes permanent.
Not become, well, I wouldn't say permanent. It becomes optional, which actually could be really cool. What I'm telling Alice to do is pursue that romance path, BioWare style, and just talk to her and give her gifts constantly.
Did we do XP last time?
We did.
Oh yeah, I didn't earn any XP. That's right.
You said
However, we do need to highlight stats.
We do.
we do.
Highlight stats.
All right, so let's go down. Let's start by reading bonds, and then we'll do stats.
Okay, can I just say that I'm really pissed off that me and Tux didn't get any fucking XP? Because, you know what? We put our asses on the line just to look like fools. Some kind of
I
XP.
feel like that's a circumstance.
okay.
Like,
It's okay.
Romance,
We'll do it this time.
I'd
We
like to
got
point out that
this.
the only other person that got
We just
XP
we
was
just acted
Alice,
too
and
in
she only got
character.
3 XP.
I got 2 XP.
Okay.
3 XP is kind of a decent amount in one
3
session. The
3
first-
X, in theory, 3 XP should be about the average.
Okay.
If I've done my math right, and you don't have conditions. Keep in mind, you can play the conditions to get XP.
Yep.
Is my sprain? Oh, I didn't do the condition for sprained ankle very much.
You didn't come. It didn't come up.
Yeah.
But you can. We're going to talk about how much time has passed, and then we'll decide what conditions and what situations are still relevant. Because I can guarantee you, the fact that your elders are missing has changed a lot of things.
Yeah.
What?
So let's start with Andromeda. Can you read us your bonds, please?
Sure, I would love to. Okay. Jaden, we're in an open relationship, but I get a little jealous. With
Doesn't sound like an
Donna,
open relationship. That sounds bad.
with Donna, it's I need to show her how to have a good time. And Melissa's is she's kind of cute.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and of those 3 people, who do you believe has the closest or most unique relationship with you? Good choice.
Probably Jaden.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Okay, Jaden, what stat would you like to highlight of Andromeda's?
Let's do your fate.
God, if I don't come up with a nickname to call you, I'm just gonna have to kill you. All right. Okay.
Wow.
All right. You highlighted your fate. I will highlight your essence.
Oh, I just deleted. Okay. Essence and fate. Gotcha.
So, Alice,
Yes.
would you please read your bonds for me and tell me who has the closest bond with you?
Right. So my
Or
bond with
most
Donna
interesting.
is I feel as though Donna might protect me. Jaden, I want to have smaller social events with Jaden more. And I'm really shy about that crush on Andromeda that I have. Out of those, I'm not sure. I'm kind of thinking Jaden as well.
Okay, Jaden.
What up? What up?
Please tell me what Melissa's first highlighted stat is.
That doesn't it?
Blood.
Oh, okay.
You highlighted her blood. I'm going to highlight your essence.
Okay.
I want to see you be essency. Donna, who has the most unique relationship with you, and what are your bonds?
My bonds as listed are for Andromeda. It's impossible to separate the twins. This one needs to stop being so greedy.
Mhm.
Jaden begins similarly. Impossible to separate the twins. This one needs to stop being so self-centered. And that's just out of virtue of I haven't interacted with the characters very much yet.
It's pretty accurate.
But based on the interactions we've seen, those feel like
Those are pretty
autistic
accurate.
feel.
Pretty accurate, you said?
Um,
Pretty accurate.
All
And then
right.
last one is Melissa. I'm guilty for abandoning Melissa in the woods because I'm supposed to protect these people.
Okay. Is who's picking your stats? Is it Jaden again?
No, it's Melissa.
All right, Melissa.
Okay.
I really like the art you found for Donna, by the way.
Dude, I
Yeah.
pull everything from superhero related stuff. This is not my art. This is from the Worm Wiki, the character Contessa, but I did not find the name of the artist.
Okay. Well, we won't show it on stream, but it's really good.
Okay. What are you highlighting? Sorry?
Nature.
Nature. Gotcha. Okay.
We be more in touch with people.
People.
I want to see you be fucking impulsive. Highlight your blood.
Okay. Okay.
Shit!
Because holy shit, you gave me everything I wanted. You were just like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. And I'm like, yes. You're just gonna push and push and push.
I keep
They're gonna
playing
go off the cliff.
into Michael's hands, and it's almost sickening how easily he's maneuvering me into these plot points, and we just push the clock always. Push the front.
That's my job. Like,
Always.
I know, but you're too good at it.
can we talk about how my job as the GM is to manipulate you all's emotions?
You have yet to make Tuxtrums cry.
I've yet to make Testonomus cry, but I've made him feel bad about stuff.
I mean, like,
I'm not
Tops.
saying I never said it was impossible. I've done it.
It's actually very, very hard to make me cry as a player.
mhm.
I think the only time it happened wasn't actually when I was playing a thing. It was the last scene, and me and Kelsa had established it was the last scene between our tavern characters.
Aww.
And I was like, "Oh, romance dies."
Sinking ship.
Oh, romance dies.
Jaden, let's hear your bonds.
All right. Andromeda and I are in an open relationship, and I'm definitely okay with that. Donna needs to
Are you really, or is that what you're telling yourself?
Oh no, I'm good. Remember, I was the one that was like with Harley. I was like, "Hey, what's up?"
Clear, yeah, okay, that's right.
Like right there, just right.
You were
Yeah,
literally, that's right. You were literally doing things with your teacher. I forgot.
yeah.
Um,
And now she just fucking left. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine.
By left, do you mean died? Because
You mean
that's what
ascended?
happened.
okay, but she like,
Yeah.
I'd like, and I think Luna would have pointed this out to you. They very specifically did not die.
Yeah, they like
They-
turn themselves into spirits.
Yeah, that's why you couldn't find her.
Yeah.
Okay. But to be fair, like if their mortal bodies leave this realm and their souls go off to do other shit, it's basically dying.
Basically.
They are human no more. They are something superior. Please continue.
The butts. Okay, whatever.
What?
Donna needs to loosen the fuck up. I need to show Melissa how awesome parties can be.
I love all these like fighting. Like, I love all these fighting
ones, yeah.
ones. Yeah, you guys are good at that. Okay, so
I actually think I'm gonna give
Chili.
I think it's like a
we can do my stats.
Yeah.
yes.
What
stat would you like to highlight?
I think I'm closest to Andromeda, but I think the interesting one is with Donna. Because mine,
I would
like,
agree with that.
it's very
actually.
contrasting because it's like, you need to loosen up. You need to stop loosening up.
Yeah.
So what? You're going to give me control over your stat?
You're highlighting
or
stats.
Yep.
That's actually kind of what you're supposed to do. It's a way to do your bonds. It's worded as you pick the person you think you have the most interesting relationship with.
most interesting, not necessarily bestest
the
of
best
friends.
or worst.
Yeah, just at
Like,
at the
if you are
moment,
the
yeah.
most evil to me, then I'm going to give you power over me, or something like that.
Yeah, it's a player level choice for your character.
Hmm. Then, if it's me, Tuxer Thomas, let me see Essence, please.
Oh God.
I know.
Oh
You pull up
God.
Jaden's character sheet because that was what I was going to highlight.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I was like, well, I know that essence is -3 from that reaction.
Ooh, you know, if you really want me
You
to
know-
do something, you should give me death because that means I can do Twilight.
Oh.
You know, that
Do
is true. But if I give you, okay,
It's-
this is actually a thing because I'm actually incentivized to give you an allied pair. So you have to make more rolls to get the same amount of XP.
So what, you're
Um,
gonna say Fate or something?
No, I do. I do want to. I do want to see Twilight. I will give you. I'll give you blood. Not blood. Death.
Haha.
Way to go, man.
Death. Because I just want you all to know, like the art. I think probably the two domains that carry like the most like fictional risk to you and everyone else around you are probably Twilight and Evolution.
Not Change? I'm sorry, wasn't there a freaking Storm Dragon last game?
Change is up there. Change is up there, but change like doesn't care enough for that to matter. Anyway,
Man.
I know this game I have designed is weird. I'm sorry.
That's cool. We'll figure it out.
So I think it's been about a week since the ritual and the fallout has sort of cleared a little bit. So almost immediately upon getting home, you all like found letters from your mentors. Except for you, Alice, Melissa, because Luna's there with you and like actually like sat down and had a conversation with you about what was going to happen. The letters are fairly straightforward. They basically said, we're sure you're confused after the ritual. We're sorry we had to leave, but situations arose that made us have to leave based on powerful magics that we have no control over.
See, it is like a have-to thing. And that means Jaden is just full of it.
Well, Jaden's inclined to think what he thinks.
Mm-hmm.
And is especially so because he's a hedonism shaman and
Yeah.
knows to do that more than anyone else.
That's all that I do.
So there's that. Okay, first off, there's that. The next thing is personal instructions for each of you. Jaden has been left genre.
Oh.
In its
Rock on.
entirety, and the building next to it that Harley worked at.
Oh.
You left him in charge? I'm sorry, wait.
Oh
what?
no.
Look at Dan.
Andromeda's pissed.
Oh, no. Hey,
Exactly.
just wait.
Exactly. That's why I did that. Andromeda, you were actually given something very different. You were given a book, which you may be really dumb, but it's like wicked old. And if you read it, you just can't. Like it's all like Roman characters, but you cannot figure out what it says. It just doesn't make any sense.
Fuck this.
So write down indiscernible tome in your character sheet. So you know
Home.
you have that.
God, you
Um,
son of a bitch.
Jaden, write down the genre and everything inside.
You son of a bitch.
Oh my god.
Gave him the keys to the kingdom.
Yes,
And
indeed.
her.
Yes, indeed.
And I gave her a magical nuclear weapon as soon as she figures it out. So, excuse me, them. Both of them. Because they're
I'm
both
sorry, them.
non-binary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both characters are non-binary. That's going to
Indeed.
get confusing.
Them and them. It's even more confusing because they're always together.
And they're also like in a relationship.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know.
I feel if Andromeda can change genders mid-game, so can Jaden. It's okay.
Anyone can.
Yeah,
But
that's
honestly, in evolution, you actually can.
Oh yeah, that would be a thing.
There was actually like me and Alice were actually having this conversation at one point where we were like, yeah, with evolution, like if you're a trans shaman, you just could be whatever gender you want to be.
Actually do the thing.
You could like actually do that, which is kind of cool. And I'm glad I didn't even think about that when I designed it, but it's totally a thing.
Magic.
So Donna got left a piece of property somewhere out like in the swamps that you didn't know existed, and there's no clear way to get to. And Melissa, since your mentor is still around, you didn't really get anything. But you are literally bound souls with them. So that condition still applies unless you have specifically done something to try and get rid of it. And then I want to see that scene.
Right.
And I'm sure you've like experienced some very awkward moments as a result of that power.
My mind jumped to very bad places with that thought. Anyway.
Keep in mind, she's dating her spirit, so you also have already experienced basically what that would be like.
In
during
a
her ritual.
week, do I get rid of my condition for sprained ankle?
Yeah, totally. If you like stayed off it and like maybe went to the doctor or did some emergency stuff, you're fine.
No, I have a feeling I'd be pacing most of this time if I could get away with it.
Okay, yeah, totally. If you made no efforts to heal, you made no efforts to heal. That just means you're going in with one condition.
But then, yeah, with Luna, like I'd probably still be like slightly freaking out, and I'd probably have talked to her and be like, okay, what, like, do we want to get rid of this, or what the fuck is going on here? You know, that sort of thing. It's like if she doesn't want to make active like efforts to change that, then like Melissa probably just wouldn't.
Okay, so this is sort of where Luna kind of gets weird. Luna is not very concerned with it. And I think you get the impression, like, because Luna has had myth in her mind almost her entire life.
Right.
So, like, for her, her mind is not a private place.
Oh.
Now, your mind might be a private place.
Yeah.
So, if you want to fix that, you're going to have to push her to do it, and I'm going to want to see that scene.
Right. I think it's not something that would have happened in this week then.
Fair.
okay.
What were you going to say,
Nothing. Continue.
Miss Pan?
I'm really curious.
No, I want to hear.
No, continue.
Well, I was going to say
Opinion.
it'd be nice to use that connection to try and figure out what the actual purpose of that ritual was. Because if you're in her head, I'd like some answers.
If you
Melissa is not that manipulative or willing
do you want to have that? Do you want to have the scene where you two are having this conversation?
Yeah, I mean, possibly
Yeah.
like an actual conversation.
I think I think the four of you, because you all are PCs and special snowflakes, and I think the others, like Susan and what was the other guy's name? I don't have.
Alex.
No,
Alex was your mentor. Your mentor specifically.
Susan Hind, who you kept calling like
Oh, who gave me a fucking book, right?
Melissa,
Yeah,
whatever.
okay.
Yeah,
and Ryan.
Susan.
Something or other.
Susan and Ryan kind of both got things from their mentors and have kind of just left. Like they like maybe even told you they'll be like, hey, we'll be back, but right now we need to take care of some things. And so, all right, special snowflake PCs. So I'm guessing, who is it that calls this meeting exactly? It sounds like it would be Donna.
Yeah, I'd be
And
happy.
where is this at?
Is there like a common house or something where we would meet? It's just like this is the house where all the coven would be. Maybe
I
it's
feel like that would be the genre because I feel like that would be the genre because of where it's located and a few other things. I just got PM'd about something.
okay.
Okay, nope, you're good.
Then
Um,
a side room at the genre or something? Because the genre is a what is it exactly?
It's like a club.
yeah, it normally you got there's like a and the magic still holds. It's something that Alex set up. There's a like trap door that only certain people can find.
Cool.
And if you
Cool.
open it, there's like basically like a pocket dimension.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, it's a perception
Nice.
filter into the TARDIS.
Yeah, it's like a like you can
So good.
you can find it like and I think it's like actually in like the freezer. So you have to like go into the freezer, shut the door, lock yourself in, and then you can lift up a panel in the floor and drop into this pocket dimension.
Sounds fun.
And because it was designed by Alex, I imagine it looking like I imagine it's like a concert hall. It's just like a giant ass concert hall.
And do
There's like a single rope ladder, but it's not even like a real rope ladder. It's just like loops tied in a rope that hangs down from this trap door so you can get out. But it's like
and
a
do
full-size, like symphonic orchestra concert hall.
cool. I'm picturing that Jaden and Andromeda find their way down here sometimes.
You
Yeah.
know, whatevs.
I mean,
I actually totally imagined that Alex has like probably walked in on you two and maybe Jaden and Harley in here before and was just like, okay, I'm now putting new rules in place where no sex is allowed.
but the smoking still, I guess you could like pocket dimension. It doesn't stay. Shimi gets it. Or
Mhm.
I don't know.
It's like the minute pants come off, they're just gone. They just end up on the roof.
That's awkward.
That's probably how Jaden figured that out. I'm going to
Crazy
the
night.
the question is, Jaden, you were left this place. Do you intend to keep it?
Yeah.
You don't intend to share any control with Andromeda.
I didn't say that.
Okay, really quick side note about the pocket dimension. Would that be a law effect?
In this case, it's probably a lot like
I think
It's
the
been-
hidden portion of it is more a deceit thing,
it's
which would be
like,
Alex's domain, right?
in theory, in theory, pocket dimensions could be made by any
Yeah, I guess I can get that.
any domain. It would just like the type of domain would just sort of define what was in the pocket dimension, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
So like an essence pocket dimension would be like all like awesome and like really like spirit whispery. And then like a nature pocket dimension could just be like a giant hollowed out tree stump. It's just all in like the domain informs what's in there, not the creation of it itself.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
Sorry.
I'm gonna need to make some when I finally take this game to print. I'm gonna need to make some like serious supplements to clarify all these little things.
mhm.
Yeah.
And to a certain extent, it actually doesn't matter.
Of course.
But because GMs are gonna play the game, GMs want to play, and I want to play the game where all shamans are pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Um,
So
Cool.
you get that down. I guess the four of us have found our way here, and I asked you to make it at least. Well, I guess I don't know. And since Ryan and Susan are missing or doing whatever they're going to be doing for their instructions,
They are. Did either of you two talk to them to ask them what their instructions were?
I would have.
Okay.
If they let on that there were instructions involved, I would have asked, like, what was this task they left for you?
Wasn't okay when you talk to Susan. I think Susan sort of explains that it wasn't exactly a task. It was a like she was told to go to a place at a certain time. If that makes any sense.
So you're waiting for an event, I guess.
I guess I don't actually know. Jay never fully explained. He just said, go here at this time on this date and wait for this amount of time and then leave.
Okay. I mean, Jay being my boss or whatever, he wasn't exactly the most clear cut of guys, I suppose. But it must be the last business of his. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not 100% sure either. I'll let you know what I find.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. How are you holding up?
Except
Yeah,
for
you
Luna,
and-
we're like the next leaders of the circle, so
We're the new elders, apparently. That's what
But
Jay
still-
said in the note.
still includes Luna. And I'm trying to live up to that.
I don't know if that's true anymore.
No?
Yeah, whatever was supposed to happen, her magic failed. So is she still an elder?
She's still our senior.
But does that mean she rules over? I don't know. I don't understand it. I think it's weird. I'd love to sit down and have a conversation with her, but she will not talk to me.
I don't know who she talks to.
Whenever I go near her, Myth stops me.
They are pretty inseparable. I don't know. I'm going to ask Melissa about it.
Okay. Have you talked to Ryan?
Ryan? No. He wouldn't really tell me about his instruction.
Okay. You didn't hear this from me. Ryan, I think Ryan was just given a giant bag of drugs and told to go out into the swamp and like chill for 3 days.
He's a odd case. I don't know.
I don't know either. But I'm kind of jealous. Is that bad?
No, because I don't know. I don't know anything about Ryan, and if he's doing what he's doing, then that's great. It'd be nice to have him check in after that 3 days, though. So.
That's maybe the moment when I think like Nox like literally flies up right in between you, and this little ball of light is just floating right in front of your face,
Hi.
and it like glows like a bunch of different colors, and then she just looks at you and he says hello,
Um,
and it like glows some more. It's like purpley now.
oh wow, that's really bright. Nice to
It like
see
gets blue, and then it like flies further back, like behind her shoulder.
you. Thank you. Yeah,
He says he's sorry and that he really likes your hair.
thank you. Thank you.
It like,
You're
it like glows like warm yellow, like candlelight kind of color.
you're a bright little button.
It like gets pink almost. Oh, you're embarrassing him. Then he literally like flies in and like tries to like crawl under her shirt to hide because he's embarrassed. And then she's just like, okay,
Okay, I'm gonna
me
go.
and Knox got to take a trip, but
I've got
see
places
ya.
to go. Bye, Susan.
Bye. And she like gets on her. I feel like she's the kind of person who would like drive like a moped like all the time, like an actual adult that just has a moped because why not? And so you see her like take off, and then like you just see this little ball of light just fall.
Following her. It's a Zenyatta Harmony orb, just
It
like.
is. It is.
Okay.
I'm for the character of Nox. I'm taking May's little snow thing
Aww.
and Zenyatta's Harmony Orb, and I'm just like, the same now.
Okay.
You're cute. Anyway.
Here's where we are in the genre, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you for showing up. I guess now we can get to what I was asking about.
Mm-hmm.
I think Luna is like sitting as far away from you all as she possibly can, but Myth is like right there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So
I like walk over like casually with a drink like in my hand, like really lanky limbs, and I just kind of walk over to oh my god, Luna.
Melissa or Luna? Okay.
Luna. I walk up to Luna, I just put an arm around her, and I'm like, "Come on, honey, let's go a little more with the group."
Melissa can tell that this really pisses Luna off.
Yeah.
And I think you've noticed there's like Luna has like a lot of anxiety about whatever happened, and maybe you can't tell exactly what happens.
Mm-hmm.
She's just like jumpy and like hasn't really been talking to people. Like you're the only one she'll talk to besides Myth.
Right.
And part of that is you're literally in her mind all the time, and she just might as well because she can't keep a secret from you if she tried.
Yeah.
And I think if you've ever talked about like the laws and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
there's just nothing there. Like you can't
Okay.
hear that part of her brain.
really, well, that puts a hole in my plan.
Yeah, it's literally like part of her brain has been lobotomized, and you're
Sure,
trying to get that one part that's literally
as you
been
do.
removed.
Yeah. I mean, I probably wouldn't have pried much. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, Melissa definitely wouldn't have been intentionally trying to do anything.
Mhm. I think so. Anyway, back to the present. Andromeda puts her hand around Luna, and then I think you feel like a very, very large hand, like on your like collar. It just kind of like lifts you up slightly. And then you turn around and Myth's just standing there because he's like 8 feet tall. He's just like, Andromeda, I believe it would be prudent for you to come back to the group.
Always gotta be a downer, don't ya?
I am not supposed to be a downer. I am supposed to be a ward. Please come along. And he kind of like just starts to drag you back by your collar.
I just like stick my I let him drag me, but like I kind of drag behind my
Mhm.
like I'm just kind of like arms folded, like being dragged
Your
by my
drink in one hand and your arm folded over the other.
You know, this would be a lot easier if you moved your feet.
A thought just kind of drifts out of, wow, they're kind of cute when they're grumpy.
Apparently, Melissa finds you attractive.
Oh my god, I knew.
Oh, really now? And then like just Andromeda just stands up, like
Well, Melissa is wearing a beanie and it is now covering her face.
Oh.
Luna is laughing right now. And Myth is just like just a glowing humanoid flat face with eyes. And it's just like, I don't fully understand why that's funny, but I find it rather humorous.
And I'm referencing like, at least me personally, mentally referencing. She just told your deepest, darkest secret out loud. You must be so embarrassed. Do me, do me. I love Drax.
No, like Andromeda like stands up, like kind of pulls away from
Myth.
Is that right?
Myth. Mirth is something very different.
Isn't Mirth something from Lauren?
Mirth is a character from Lauren, but it's another word that means a thing.
Okay, well anyway.
If you've ever read any...
Jovial...
Yeah, that. Okay.
Yeah.
If you ever read the Song of Songs, mirth is not mirth, and date trees are not date trees. There's something else. Because the Bible has erotic poetry in it, apparently.
Yeah, it does.
Anyway, I was talking.
Tux is like, I need to read the Bible now. Okay.
You know what? What else?
Well, that's not what Anyway, I look at Myth.
Can I help you, Miss Andromeda?
I pull away from Myth. And I'm like, oh, really? And like after he says like, and I just
Maybe should not have said that. She is very embarrassed. Apparently, she has a crush on you.
And I just like
screaming, "Mitch, just shut the fuck up."
She wants me to be quiet now, so I'm going to. We should return to the others. And then he is like trying to figure out how to politely like pick you up. If you'll let him.
just kind of like.
I if that after a while, I think he just like fireman carries you back to the group and just sets you in a chair.
And I just like lean back in the chair and I'm just like, okay, let's go.
So are we like in the front row of this opera thing, or are we like somewhere like?
Yeah, you're in the front. I feel like I don't know. How are you guys sitting?
I would have asked him to at least gather somewhat close.
I would be in one of the cushy chairs in the front row.
Okay, so you're all in the front row.
I'm like leaning back, like.
Mm-hmm.
Well, don't fall asleep, Jaden.
I think I'm like right next to Jaden, and like, but I'm like sideways, so I have my legs like over his, or their waist. Like I have like I'm taking up 3 chairs basically.
Yeah.
But like one of the chairs is his.
I'm like, so you try taking over 2 businesses and figuring out how they work in the course of a week.
I don't know how you do it.
It's a lot of work.
I'm surprised.
I told them that was an unwise decision on their part.
We're getting it through. We're getting through it.
Yes.
It isn't my business, and I'm happy for that. So yeah, I'm here to.
Have you visited the property that you were left?
I'm trying to find a good path to it first.
Okay.
Hold on. This is Butch's. Do you know what's on there?
I can't tell you.
Melissa, what's he thinking?
I have no idea.
Nothing. But you could tell.
Really?
You could tell that you could. But you actually can pick up something very interesting. Luna's totally checking out Jaden. And maybe Myth is a little bit weirded. Maybe Myth is a little bit weirded out by that. But he's also like, maybe you even hear them have a conversation where she's like, I mean, I can't, physical stuff doesn't happen. And then he's like, I totally understand. That makes a lot of sense. Just don't go to him for romantic purposes. That has been our long-standing. It's like this very like.
It's a really weird like a couple conversation.
Yeah,
we've watched these
part of
before.
Where it's like.
Yeah. So probably
basically you've just learned that she's non-monogamous. Congratulations.
Probably that just happens in that like conversation.
But you don't know that.
I know, but I'm pissed. I'm pissed.
Well, bring that out in your role play.
Yeah, Melissa probably has kind of stopped hiding her face, but she's kind of completely zoned out and just snaps back and is like, wait, what'd you ask? Sorry.
We're gonna have a meeting or something?
Yeah, it was to try and get some answers about anything that we can know about what happened and
There's
what
spirits now.
happened now.
They stopped the thing.
What did they stop exactly? Because, I mean, we don't know anything, and sounds like it was a mandate that they didn't necessarily want to agree to. I'm worried because it seems to be a recurring thing.
You all will need to talk to Larson.
Larson.
Right.
Yeah,
Larson.
that's right, Larson. Because we were told this last time we were here, right? That,
Luna told you that you need to talk to Larson.
yeah.
And that was actually maybe your instructions, Melissa, was go talk to Larson. That is your job. Your job is to go talk to Larson.
Would I have been able to help her out in, trying to locate this Larson person?
I don't know if you guys have started on that yet. For the sake of fiction, I'm going to say no.
Okay.
But this can be where you formulate that plan.
All right. So we do need to speak to Larson then.
Mhm.
And
Yes,
all we have
Larson is very important.
all we have is a name. And this isn't pretty important because I don't want to be forced into the spirit world just yet, if that is what's happening.
You don't need to go to the spirit world. Larson is human.
I meant what our elders did. Because if it's
I
happened
can't
before,
tell you that.
I'm aware of that. I'm making
More
assumptions. based on
secrets,
bullshit.
yay!
More
Yeah.
secrets, Melissa.
This is the moment when Myth turns and looks at Luna.
Mhm.
And then Melissa catches a little bit of a conversation that maybe makes you feel really uncomfortable. Where Myth is like, of all of them, why him? I like Melissa so much better. and then he's like, I just realized you're still inside of here. I am very sorry. If that makes you uncomfortable, please ignore me and forget everything I just said. And then Luna is now burying her face into her hands.
Yeah. I'll handle this one later. Just kind of file that brain thought away.
Yeah.
All right, so we need to visit this person, Larson.
Yeah.
Try and get all of this together. What I'm trying to do is perhaps while we're all here, maybe use our power to try and find this Larson person, or find a plan of approaching this so we can locate him maybe more mundanely. For example,
You're a cop, aren't you?
I am. I'm gonna try looking him up through my databases, but I need a last name. Which is great that we have Luna here. Luna, can you please give us a last name on this Larson person?
I think Luna looks up from where she is and just looks at you for a second and starts to say something.
Melissa, what you
And
thinking?
Stops.
I
You can't read that one.
Yeah,
You can't read
Damn
it.
I
You can tell
don't.
it's one of those ones that she can't say.
Yeah.
Damn it! And Donna punched the
can't-
wall.
I can't tell you his first name. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want to. It's that I can't.
His
Yeah,
last name is what I need. Or is that his first? Larson's a last name. This
That's
I can
easier.
work with.
Yes.
Great. And I get an idea. She's confirming stuff that I'm coming to my own conclusions on right now.
Yes.
Seems like she's allowing just that, at least,
Yes. If
whatever
you
law is allowing me to do.
if you're able to figure it out, she can be like, yeah, that's a thing. Or no, that's not a thing.
Mm-hmm.
No, actually, she can't be no, that's not a thing. She can just do yes, that's correct.
Mhm.
Right.
So you
But-
gotta get it right, but then you can check your answer.
Right. Then I'd like to share that with the group. At least in this case, we can confirm and help limit out some things once we come to the right conclusions. So,
Larson's last name,
Mm-hmm.
then it's the amount of people, because Larson isn't exactly a common last name.
not like Smith.
Yeah, certainly not.
Larson, there are a few. If you're going to go looking for him, you need to know he's not a nice person.
Well, that's brilliant.
Oh, good.
I bet he's got a rap. Has he got a rap sheet?
We can take care of this. Come on, guys.
I don't know. I would say not where you work.
But is he a shaman?
I can't tell you that either.
All right. Great. Then I guess I'd like some help once I get a location or something on this Larson person. I can bring a list of who I find, maybe rule out a few things with that information you've given me. And we can try and locate him. As for you two, and I guess I'm pointing to the twins here,
Mm-hmm.
anything you need to bring up while we're here, while Ryan's out in the woods doing spirits know what, and Susan is waiting for her appointment.
I got a fucking book.
A book.
What?
A fucking book.
I put my hand on her shoulder and
I like snap
their
it
shoulder.
away immediately, and I'm like, "You got a club," and then like her head just turns. I got a fucking book.
Well, actually, and this is myth talking.
Mm-hmm.
I believe you will find that Jaden inherited 2 entertainment
Listen,
establishments.
you.
Salt in the wounds, myth.
If you, I know you don't get human interaction, but sometimes you really need to understand that you don't help. But no, yeah. Do you
He's like asking Luna in his mind what you mean. Like, having to explain social interactions, and she's kind of like, okay, human social interactions are really dumb, but this is what you need to know. Like, I think we've had this conversation before, but it still doesn't make sense to me.
I'm
For the
probably
sake-
like half tuning in, and I'm just like, yeah, I agree. So human social interactions are fucking dumb. I hate it.
It's just.
And then I think he actually says this out loud this time, and he like looks at Luna and he's like, see, I like her.
So you're in their head.
Anyway,
So,
Do you need any help with that? Do we need to approach something about the book, about the properties, about?
okay, I can deal with the head thing. It's a little distracting, but I don't know. I am interested in this book. Andromeda, do you have it? Can I see? Like,
Oh, for you, anything. Here you go.
oh my gosh.
Okay, so are you just, this is like not a small, it's not like a small folio.
Uh-huh.
Actually, no, you know what? It is like really, it's like tiny. It's like,
Oh, yes,
It's
it's
like-
tiny, it's small, yes.
it's like maybe
Okay,
wallet size, but you like flip it and the pages never seem to end.
Okay.
yeah.
Well, Melissa definitely like tries to hide her face with the book when that happens.
So you like,
And I just I get up, I lankily, I kind of move my legs off and gracefully stand up, and then I just kind of I just kind of hand it down to you in a little kind of
Pretty much like anything that Myth and Lena would be hearing is just, oh gosh, oh geez, fuck, that shit, fuck.
they are absolutely radio silent right now.
Oh, good. Good. He's learned discretion.
But no, yeah, I'm assuming I also can't understand the book at all.
I need you to make a resistance roll.
Really?
Oh.
You know.
Wait, why did I wait? Okay.
You didn't
Because the
have
book
to.
was given to you.
That's a good point. I'm a dummy. Don't
3d6.
listen to me
right?
ever.
Yeah.
I'm just.
No.
No, 2d6 plus 3. Why did my brain? I'm...
Please
I mean,
roll
if
that
you
in
take
its
the roll-
entirety.
If you take the roll plus 3, I mean minus the 1, of
Yeah.
course, but it would be
Whatever.
also good.
Okay, I
So
didn't fuck it up.
you look at it for a second. and then you like you feel like nauseous,
Okay.
but you like and like maybe you're like you start to get lightheaded, but then you like blink a few times and then you can look at it and you still can't read it, but you can look at it now. But the entire time you're just like you have like a ringing in your ears and maybe like the faintest bit of like coppery taste in your mouth.
Okay. Yeah. She's probably weirded out by this enough to just like hand it back. Just be like, okay, I don't know.
What? It's not made out of baby skin or anything, is it?
No.
I can guarantee you it's not made out of baby skin.
I take it back and
It's
kinda, like,
made of some sort of skin, but it's definitely magical. I mean, we probably could have figured that much out, but
I like take the book back and I look at it and I try to read it again, like see if like, and I just can't read it. Like there's just nothing on like.
It occurs to you that you could probably do magic to figure this out.
Yeah, I mean I know. I'm trying to think of the like, cause I've thought of multiple ways to do it,
yeah.
but I want to do the most extravagant one, and I can't think of a really extravagant one. That's the problem.
I mean, you could summon a decoder ring to just like look in front of it.
I can't. I also can't quite do what I want to do because I kind of want to like change like put memories into my brain of like the like this language or whatever, or like
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
I can do that. What would that be? What role would that be though?
Do you want it to be permanent? And do you want it to have do you want these memories to be permanent and real?
Not real.
You want false memories.
Yes.
You don't want them to be real.
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Oh, I imagine the ways a failed roll could go wrong.
Yeah. I have some interesting
Also, I
consequences.
feel bad now about Melissa's like attempts to like be like a sort of suave bookworm and like look at it and then just do a magical effect to like try and read it herself, but instead just getting like fucking weirded out by the book.
Okay. I need you to roll deceit for me.
Deceit. Okay.
Deceit to fake your own memories.
Oh no.
Shit. Okay.
Oh, I can't.
Death and fate. Okay, no, that's 2, so it would be 1 plus 1. Roll 2d6 plus 1.
Nice.
Yeah.
So let's talk about baby Andromeda for a little bit. Let's talk about your family. Do you have one?
Oh, my family was really like shitty,
Okay.
but they were also like they like didn't really have any of the like tools or like the like leverage to do any better, I guess. Like they were like kind of like stuck in a spot where like they were really poor and like they were kind of like they had to like they weren't doing well.
Of all your family members, who would you say you have the best relationship with?
I don't think I.
Do you want me to make something up?
Yeah, do it.
Your sister.
Okay.
Your sister. Her name is Starshine.
Get the fuck out.
Your parents are the worst.
You named Andromeda. Like,
Her name is Starshine. And I actually I maybe imagine that says something about Andromeda and whether or not your name was real or fake.
well, yeah, given or chosen.
Given or chosen.
There you go.
Or if I've just like made all this up as a lie in my head.
You know, that's entirely possible.
Could I have Mr. Roboted it?
Well, that's basically what's happening now. None of this never happened, but you remember it as if it did. And I don't think you can tell the difference between fake memories and real memories.
Oh, God.
Because you lied to yourself so well.
You know.
Because that happens, apparently.
Yeah, so you remember... Mom's boyfriend was like really mad at you. Like really, really mad at you. And like you and your sister, you were like 5 and she was like 7. And you remember her like dragging you into like a wardrobe. Like it's like cheap IKEA furniture. And she like takes the like door and was like holding it closed. Just like stuff gets like thrown against it. And she's like singing to you in this language that doesn't make any goddamn sense. And then I think you just know it. It's just there. The book contains the words to a song. It's a very, very long, very, very complicated lament.
That's a word I heard in school in English class one day, and that's
That's
all
also-
I know.
That's also a word that's in this game. Laments are like songs of mourning, almost like sad songs.
A bit like a dirge.
It's a lament of mourning the passing of an era.
Okay.
And it's written in this language that you don't understand. It's like a weird bastardization of Latin.
Okay.
Like if Latin and modern French had a baby and then that baby got like raised by Portuguese. Because that analogy just works.
Spanish? That's awful. I'm sorry.
It's more sing-songy, if that makes any sense. I don't know if
You're
you've ever
more
heard,
sing-songy.
I don't know if you've ever heard like
Honestly.
Brazilian Portuguese. It's just weird.
Yeah. No, it's got tonal frequencies or whatever to it, but yeah.
So
I'm
you're,
just honestly
It's very
thinking of how,
pitch-oriented.
like, Sprethiel is described in Shadowrun.
yeah, kind of like how Sporethil is described in Shadowrun. And it's a long, complicated lament. It is clearly magical in nature, but I don't think you can tell exactly what the effect is. But you know, if you sing this sing this in its entirety, and it's a long song, this would maybe take you a day of continuous singing. Like something magical will happen.
Right, because
And I figure this out.
Yeah, you're able to just read it and you're just like, oh yeah, this makes sense now. And you probably could have been able to read this like 5 minutes ago. You've just never been looking at it right. Like you'd never looked at it like it was a song, and it just, now you're like, oh right, I remember my sister taught me this language.
What sister?
Okay.
God, your brain is all kinds of fucked up, isn't it?
Oh my
And I
god.
feel like this isn't the
Yeah.
first time you've done this. Now, if you would have said real, I would have made you roll Twilight to make these events actually happen, and then they'd actually be real memories. But you don't know what's real anymore, so this is great.
This is
But I
horrifying.
remember creating those memories.
You remember creating memories, you don't remember which ones. And now all your interactions with your sister are in this language.
Oh.
And like when you think back on it, you're like, okay, this has always been true, as far as you can remember.
You son of a bitch.
I mean,
You
yeah,
did this to yourself.
I very specifically said, do you want these to be real memories?
you.
You son of a bitch. Okay, I love you,
You
buddy.
did this to yourself.
I know.
Yeah, you really did.
It's also fucking horrifying to me.
Okay.
Hey, magic is weird, guys.
Mm.
Melissa like finds out like any of this shit, she is gonna be fucked up.
Yeah, and
No, so. Okay, so I looked down at the
at some
book.
point where
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Michael, no.
We're
I'm
good.
back. I'm back.
Okay, hi.
Okay.
At some point, we're going to go inside of Andromeda's mind palace, and it's going to be terrifying.
It's
We did lose you in the
it's basically gonna be like American Mickey's Alice. Just that level of fucked up.
Okay, so
Anyway.
I like look at the book and then like I get this like grin on my face. And I just look up at everyone and then I look back down at the book and I look up at everyone and then I just like close it and put it in my back pocket and I'm just like, okay, let's go. What's next?
Here.
So you can't read it?
So what's next?
So she's
can
gonna
you
look
read
for...
it? I think Myth like puts a hand on your shoulder and it's just like, do you need help reading it?
No, I'm good.
What does it say?
It's just some song.
Okay. Good to know. And he like goes back to the way he was. Me and Luna have things to do.
I look at like yeah, okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Melissa probably is kind of just like freaking out a little inside, just like, I don't really know. Some song sounds really bad when it's coming out of their mouth.
Do you say that out loud?
No, in my just kind of in my head, freaking out a bit.
I think Myth like looks at you and tilts his head.
And
And then it's just like, and you hear in your mind, it's like, I'm confused by this, but I agree with you.
Okay, so you're gonna look for Larson at your job, and then we're gonna reconvene.
Yeah.
And
Though-
I can try to seek out Larson via magical means if I can.
All right. And if neither pans out and or we've got more time to kill, I would like to go check out Butch's place in the swamp. I promise not to leave you behind, Melissa, if you come with.
I was gonna say I could try to help you to find that. Yeah.
That
I would
would
appreciate not being left behind though.
that would help tremendously. Thank you. Okay. And Jaden, you do what you do. I don't know.
Always.
Yeah. Good job picking up her when she's missing. But I think as it stands, at least for the organization of the circle, we're still looking to Luna as our predecessor, as our elder, kind of. So
I
think she like looks up at both of you and is just like, at all of you, and is just like, are you sure?
you know more than we do at this point.
Actually, is there like shaman library or something to that?
You want to go to a library?
You're right. I'm a dummy. I'm not playing the character. I'm not playing to character. I'm gonna.
If your first instinct is like, is there a place I can get more information? Yeah, there's a place. I can make it up right now. I have that power. I'm the GM.
I feel like it seems in character for Andromeda to go like, I have this power and suddenly I want more power.
Yeah, if you're like, I want to go look for more books in this language.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can do that magically.
I kind of just want to like, I just kind of want to be like, okay, well then, you guys do your things, and I'll go, and I like take a step backwards, and then I go do mine, and then I pivot a little bit, and then I just kind of like put a leg up, and I just kind of like fall forward onto it, and I just like go through, and I go into a shaman library.
Oh,
Okay, roll deceit. What domain do you want to use to make this library?
I want to use.
Fate is a part of it, regardless.
Yeah, I figured.
Fate is a
Essence.
essence. Okay, roll.
No, wait. Death.
Okay, roll deceit.
boy. It's the Death Library.
We're gonna roll that, and then I think we should probably take a little break right now because I need more water.
Yep.
It is the top of the hour.
All right, that's a success.
Yeah.
All right, so I think the last thing we see Andromeda. It's like a close up on Andromeda's face as she like starts to fall, and we see like the lights of the symphony hall above their head, and then they're just like almost like falling through a curtain. And then they're just like on their feet, and it slowly zooms out from their face. They're just in the middle of this immense, like, personal study with like massively tall ceilings and tall books everywhere.
I want this one.
And then that's the end.
Cool.
You're like,
Great.
Wait, before it ends, you just see Andromeda roll her eyes and just go, here we go. And then like step forward, like, okay, and then that's like.
That's the break.
Cool.
Okay.
Awesome. So that was our. It's gonna be our first break for the night. We'll probably have 2 more sections of show, and then so we're gonna take a short break, just a few minutes, do whatever we need to do, and we'll be back with more Play to Find Out, the Circle. See you then.